Welcome to our final project for data communications. To get started, the salary we thought up for the network manager is $100,000, which we think is pretty fair after looking at some job postings for the position. For the network security administrator, we thought $100,000 as well is a good salary. And for the network technician, we thought $70,000 was a good salary. According to Fitzgerald et al. In 2017, the total cost of ownership for Indiana University's network is around $29 million per year. And compared to that, I think that these salaries are really a justifiable expense considering the amount of maintenance that this network is probably going to require. Getting right into the responsibilities of the network manager, we believe that the network administrator or network manager is going to be responsible for monitoring the performance of the network and delivering a monthly health report to the executives of the university. Planning upgrades to the network, like figuring out what all needs to be changed to keep up with the needs of the university and implementing that. Interacting with the executives and briefing them on the network and justifying any budgetary expenses that arise from the networking department or in the process of maintaining the network. They'll also be in charge of the overall design of the network, and this is going to really interplay with the responsibility of planning upgrades because they're going to choose how it's all designed. Additionally, they're going to be on call for emergencies, which really makes sense. So like if ever an intrusion prevention system goes off, they're going to get an alert and they're going to have to respond to that, probably in tandem with the rest of the networking team to prevent an attack. Finally, the network manager is going to be responsible for dictating and maintaining acceptable use policies, firewalls, access control lists, that sort of thing. Probably the implementation of such things will be done in tandem with other members of the networking staff, such as technicians, but the actual decisions on what will be implemented is going to be up to the network administrator or the network manager, as we're calling them. The next one we're going to discuss real quick is going to be the network security manager, or the security admin as we're calling them. And the responsibilities of the security admin is going to be ensuring that the network is as secure as possible, and this is going to involve a couple of different things, which basically boils down to performing internal security audits, creating and maintaining backups and disaster recovery plans in case of failures in any of the systems, ensuring that the documentation of the network is up to date is going to be the network security manager's responsibility. However, actually documenting and correcting any missing documentation for these systems is going to actually fall to a different staff member, such as the networking technician, not the security manager themselves. Additionally, to keep the network secure, the security manager is going to set up and audit security logs for the network to basically understand what all everyone's doing on the network, and they're going to be responsible for monitoring those to make sure that no one's doing anything they're not really supposed to be doing. In the event that a security incident ever does occur in the network, the security manager is going to be the one responsible for briefing the executives as well as the network manager of the nitty-gritty details of what exactly happened and what can and should be done to prevent further incidents from occurring, similar to the one that did. The final responsibility for the network security manager is a bit more abstract, but we believe that they should endeavor to keep up to date on the changes in the cybersecurity world and make sure that the security measures in place are already up to date with best practices, and basically just keep informed about the changes in cybersecurity. I mean, if there's an exploit that's relevant to their systems, they need to be the one who knows about it and informs everyone and takes active measures to prevent that from becoming a problem.
Hey, good day, class. My name is Alain Skerrit, and I'll be doing our final project presentation. So, I'm going to talk about the salary of the network technician for a little bit. So, to begin with, the network technician and the network administrator, I think they both work hand in hand, as the administrator would monitor the network, and then if you realize there's something wrong, then you pass those information on downward towards the network technician, where the network technician basically work on troubleshooting network issues, ensure that everything is up and running and ready to be used, maintain device, and ensure like every device and software is up to date. I think with the level of support that a network technician gives on site, where if there's anything that's supposed to happen, emergency, a network technician will be there to assess the situation and support the users where necessary to understand the the device they're using on site and stuff like that. So network technician also maintain inventory of the hardware if there's nothing needed, if there's nothing missing or need to improve or upgrade. So for me, the main thing for a network technician is to they work in mainly cabling and ensure that the network is up and running for user to interact with it and to have no problem with it. So they are the technician that come in and do all the hardware, do all the hands-on activity, mainly as I say.